because we've all relied on the aunts to give us the information where their kids are at, what's going on, and we've lost contact. And there's some that, for instance, Craig's daughter, nobody can contact her. And so I kind of feel bad that I don't even know her last name.
I do.
Do you?
Waldron.
Waldron?
Well, that might have been the last name before she was remarried, because we understand she's...
Did she remarry?
2 times.
She's 2 times been married.
So I called Ducros.
Yeah, and that's the name she used?
And I asked them what her name was. And they
So
said,
it is Waldron.
Waldron.
We might be able to do a search and find her.
Then I did talk to the woman that lived with him, and what I was going to say about it.
Trudy?
I think the Ducros said that one reason she didn't stay around too long because she was moving. And so that's another sort of hindrance. We'll find out.
Well,
I asked this woman where she lived, what city she was in, but she didn't know what city she was in.
Well, Jill and I are going to try and do a little more groundwork and find out. We understand that Craig's ashes are still at Ducros.
Yes.
We'd like to get some closure for him. I don't know if we have any legal way we can do that.
I talked to Ducros, and for some reason this Altiers
Yeah,
is involved,
right.
and he was going to put a notice in the paper.
Well, I'm going to
If anybody
contact
knew-
Chris Altier because I know him a little
Anybody
bit.
knew his whereabouts, anything about him, let us know.
And that, I'm going to call Chris Altier because I know him. And she's going to take care of the Ducros ends. We're going to try to see if we can get a little closure for Craig, you know, because it sounds like his daughter is not going to
Well, that's what I
do much.
That he talked about getting legal rights to be administrator of that property, and Altiers did. In fact, he asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said no.
Oh, well, I don't know if I want to get into that too.
So,
But, you know, the girlfriend is still living in the house.
she's very nice.
She's very
I said
nice.
something about talking to her, and she says, anytime, just let me know ahead of time.
She has just had cancer surgery. She's had colon cancer, very similar to Uncle Laurel's, and it's not a good prognosis. So
I thought she mentioned cancer, but I wasn't too sure.
I wrote down her last name. I've got it inside. But she had surgery at Metro. She is not insured, and she doesn't have a job right now. So she's worried about the utilities being shut off, and she's been trying to get a hold of his daughter, and she doesn't return calls. So that's not so good, but we're going to see what we can do. We might not get anything done, but
We're going to work on it.
yeah, we're going to try and see if we can help it out a little bit. But on to lighter things.
Anyone else with a memory?
Yeah, tell a memory of anything that.
I'd like to ask a question. Does Tommy still cross-dress?
Tom.
I remember when we were little, and we would get into your closet and
Yeah, uh-oh, the truth's coming out now.
it was a wee thing.
Angie, is there anything you want to tell us?
A wee thing.
Boy, it comes out now. Hey,
All
hey,
I can say is
hey,
now Tommy
Brad,
needs
this will be
to
on YouTube
defend himself.
by tomorrow.
Be careful what you say.
You better be here.
This will be on YouTube tomorrow.
I remember Tommy and I was sleeping over there at Aunt Joanne's and Uncle Chuck's, and we went over to the freeway at night after they'd gone to sleep. We were sleeping outside, but she found out, Aunt Joanne, and boy did we ever catch. I didn't know she could get so mad. And she should have been, because that was a terrible thing we did.
I don't remember.
And boy, did we catch it. And then I remember going down to the farm and having to shuck peas, or I thought,
You just wanted to bail hay.
yeah, I know.
Everything
Oh, no, I wanted to ride on what used to be a truck. They took the panels off.
Yeah.
And Mark was driving that around. I wanted to do that.
Yep.
Or shovel and manure. Oh my God.
Oh,
I can remember, I remember Tommy was almost crying one day because he was so tired of shelling peas. So that
Do
was
you
good.
remember when you guys, when we were camping, you and Tom went out to look for
Snipe.
sniper? Remember that?
Yeah, we came, snuck back in, and everybody else, you know, went out looking for us. And they got so mad because we had come back, and,
No, nobody knew you were
yeah,
back.
yeah, that was good.
We went
Does
out
anybody
hunting for
remember Grandma Calaway's little chihuahua?
Oh, yeah.
Coco?
Coco.
We used
Yes.
to have
It
little
was so
ones.
nasty.
Oh, dear.
She was so sweet and loving. You couldn't get close to her because the dogs were so
Typical
protective.
Chihuahua.
I remember when she had pups too.
Yeah, and they were not chihuahuas. Remember those?
No, I don't remember those.
We took one of them. They looked like, what was it? Oh, anyway, she called this Stan that she bred the dog with.
Yeah.
And they told her they're Pekingese. She
Oh.
says, they're Pekingese. And he said, no, they couldn't possibly be Pekingese. She says, they are Pekingese. You come and take a look. So he did. He said, by golly, they are. And he said, we had Pekingese in, and one must have got loose. And we took one of those when we went to Florida.
Oh, really? See, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they're so cute. He died. When we left, we saw down the road, we saw all these little Pekingese.
Brad, what do you remember?
Oh, just the family reunions out at Simmons Lake. We've got this fishing and games. And everybody remembers
They were
that.
great times.
Oh, absolutely. Going out to the farm, you know, I spend, seem like summers out there most of the time.
You guys were down in the tent?
Yeah, had to go to the tent. That was a big
Oh,
deal.
Learned how
yes.
to drive the tractors, and I think I was,
I think we,
I don't know, 10, 12. Heavy enough to push the clutch in, so the
Yeah.
bumps, and there you go.
That's one thing I
I
think
need
why
you
all
to
the
drive
cousins
that
like to
here.
come, because Dad loved
Yeah.
kids, and he always made time for kids.
Yep, yep.
And,
Learned how to drive out there.
put them on a tractor, let them go.
Well, I got to drive a car when I was 14 out there too, if I
Yeah.
remember right.
Took out a few
Stands out in my
fences.
mind as a chicken
Oh,
just
boy.
came there next.
Oh, yeah. Isabel.
Yes, oh yeah, that was fun. No, it was.
Sills.
Well, Mom and Dad usually chop their heads off and hung them by their feet.
Your mother
I
did that.
remember hanging on the fence.
I remember Uncle George.
That was a
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Plucking the feathers.
That was a fresh.
I remember Uncle George chopping off the heads, throwing the chickens up in the air and watching them land and run around.
Yes, I run around with no head, not even flopping around.
I got to collect the feathers. That was a great time.
Oh, that smelled terrible, didn't it?
Oh,
Nothing any worse than
I don't remember keeping all that well, I mean, I
No,
know the stories.
yeah, me and Mark and you guys kind of ran around more.
But I remember going out, you know, staying a lot of around the factory living for Calaway for a while. When we were in transit there, was going
Oh,
from
really?
Florida to, out to Kingsville. And I remember, I go by the house now, both of the houses, and I'm thinking, when I was a kid, those homes seemed so huge. And the farm seemed, yes, I mean, it was like you were gonna pack your bags if you were gonna go from Grandma's to Annabelle's. It was like forever. But now I look
Seemed
at it,
bigger.
yes, and your house just seems so much bigger, as I recall. And I remember the apple orchard, going out and spending a lot of time out in the apple orchard, and at the sugar bush at Grandma and Grandpa's, and the renters behind it, Grandma's house, and getting to know them over the years.
Yep, yep.
When we would go to anywhere, we would always stop down at Weir's. That was our stopping point. We were going down, yeah, and wherever we were going, if we were headed out, we always went to Weir's.
Had the best Easter egg hunts of the years
Yeah.
that I remember. Always. And with the neighbors, you had great neighbors, and your mom just said, oh, come on down, y'all come back now, you know?
And we did.
Yeah, we did.
I have to tell you this story. I